In the turbulent waters of the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden, Yemeni fishermen embark on perilous voyages, now threatened not only by pirates and smugglers, but by Houthi militant missile attacks that imperil their lives and livelihoods. The spreading conflict, which has drawn international shipping routes into its chaos, exacerbates global trade struggles, driving up food prices and bringing additional suffering to Yemenis dependent on the sea. As the dawn breaks, fishermen like Awad and Naeem Hamoudi set out into the choppy waters. They confront a stark reality where their catch has dwindled, costs have soared, and profits have all but vanished after eking out a living on the high seas. The war affects our work 100%, Hamoudi conveys with urgency. Despite the hardships and their 90% income drop, Yemen's fishermen express support for the Palestinians, earning them a difficult task, grudging respect for the Houthi stance against Israeli actions in Gaza. These men stand opposed to the Houthis in Yemen's civil war, but are unified in sentiment with Gaza, Hamoudi emphasizing their Arab brotherhood and deploring the casualties in the ongoing strife. The impact of nearly a decade of conflict in Yemen has resonated deeply, affecting some of the world's poorest populations, and the Gaza war's ripple effects only heighten their plight. The challenge extends beyond individual fishermen to Yemen's naval defenses. Admiral Abdullah al-Nakai, head of Yemen's navy, underscores the inability of a small fleet to effectively combat the triad of piracy, smuggling, and Houthi hostility. The admiral argues for increased international aid to secure Yemeni waters and stave off the piracy, terrorism, and chaos unleashed by unchecked Houthi aggression. Meanwhile, Yemeni scientists at Aden's labs engage in a race against time, attempting to avert a looming environmental catastrophe stemming from a Houthi attack that struck a vessel carrying hazardous chemicals. The Rubimar, partially submerged off the coast since mid-February, threatens widespread marine devastation if its cargo of dangerous chemical fertilizers leaks. Tawfiq al-Sharjabi, the Minister for Water and Environment, raises a clarion call for immediate international intervention to preempt a disaster that holds dire consequences for the Red Sea's biodiversity and the region's fishing communities. Yemeni scientists diligently test samples from the endangered waters, constrained by outdated equipment and scant resources, epitomizing the country's desperate plea for global assistance. The urgency has been communicated to the United Nations, but Yemen's situation remains precarious. As Sky News reports from the front lines, it becomes clear that Yemen's fishermen and scientists alike are navigating not only the perils of the sea, but the turbulent currents of a nation in crisis, with peace in the region remaining an elusive goal on the horizon.